Hi, welcome to another reading. I'm so happy that you're here with me. Today, we're going to take a look at who is coming into your life. This could be anyone. It could be romantic love, friendship, someone who helps you heal, someone else entirely. We have 4 groups to choose from today, and I'm going to show you the crystal or mineral on top of each of these decks so that you can make your choice. As always, do not be afraid to choose again if your first choice is not resonating. You are also welcome to choose more than one if you are drawn to more than one today. So let's take a look at your options. For group 1, we have titanium aura quartz, and we are using the Kauai Tarot. For group 2, we are using what I think is titanium aura kyanite, and we are using the Pause Tarot. For group 3, we have clear quartz, and we are using the Catacorn Tarot. For group 4, we have money coin agate, and we are using the Tarot of the Witch's Garden. Okay, feel free to pause, give it more thought if you need to. The timestamps are always in the description box below. I am going to get started now, so meet me in your reading when you're ready. Hi, group 1. You chose the titanium aura quartz and the Kauai Tarot. Welcome to your reading. We are looking at who is coming into your life. So while I shuffle, let me tell you what we're going to look at today. So we will look at what role this person or people will play in your life. So that's where we'll find out if it is friendship, romantic love, or something else. And then we will look at what their energy or their personality is like, get a little bit more information about them. We'll look at the spiritual or emotional reason this connection could be coming, if it's, part of your growth or your healing or just for joy or whatever comes out in the cards. Then we will look at how they will affect or change your life, how they will impact you, what positive energies they will bring in, and finally, how you might recognize them or what signs can you look for to know they're coming. Okay, so let's take a look, shall we? So for group 1, who is coming into their life? What role will this person or people play in group 1's life? Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the Empress and the Queen of Cups. Well, this is interesting, of course, because it could be so many different things. So I'm not getting romantic vibes right away. However, it is possible that this could be someone that is coming in a romantic context. And, because the Empress can be a partner, so can the Queen of Cups, and this would be someone with really feminine qualities. However, I do think for most people here, it's not necessarily romantic. It could be, but even if it is romantic, it is tied in with other things. So for some of you, this could also be a benefactor, someone who could help you in your career or help you to reach a goal or help you financially in some aspect of, I think, work, but it could be something else. This could be a mentor, someone that helps you in career or another area of your life. And if that's the case, it is very likely that this person is a woman or is any gender, but they have very feminine, nurturing qualities. So this could be someone that is a water sign or has water in their chart. But that does not at all have to be the case. But this is somebody who is very nurturing, who is, I think, very kind and compassionate and empathetic, and has the ability to sense and understand other people's feelings and emotions. And I'm also hearing that they can understand people's motivations, which is interesting. And I think that this person will open up knowledge for you that you've had trouble accessing on your own. And I do think this person has a really healing influence on your life, whether it is short-term or long-term. And I just get really kind, sweet. Yeah, kind-hearted energy from this person, very loving energy. This person knows how to love. They understand love. They know how to give and receive love. And this is a very giving and generous person. And with the Ace of Pentacles, that's what really leads me to believe that they could be helping you with your career, or that they could be a benefactor of some kind, but they could also just inspire you and motivate you to begin something that you've been intending to begin, or to start a new beginning that you never intended to do at all. But they definitely seem to be unlocking. They are unlocking knowledge that you have been looking for, or they are unlocking qualities within you that you either did not see, or it's like you didn't see something about yourself before, or you weren't sure. Like, it could be like, I kind of think that, this could be you inside this shell, which would be the Queen of Cups in this card, but I think your person is the Queen of Cups. But it's almost like you maybe knew you were good at something, or I want to say that you suspected you were good at something, but actually, like, I think that you have a talent or something, but you haven't been sure if you're good enough, or if you're as good as you thought you were. And this person is going to show you how good you are. And not only are they going to lift you up and help you to see the truth of that, and to like literally just give you the reassurance that you are as good as you think, and to build you up, but also they may enhance those qualities in you. This person may be able to bring out these qualities more. It's like I'm seeing a fruit ripen. It's like you are a raw banana. I don't know. And like the potential was there, and they're like, well, let me help you ripe, baby, because you are going to make the best banana bread in the world. You know what I mean? So, this person really believes in you, and whatever role they play in your life, whether it is romantic, if it is friendship, or if they are strictly a mentor, or maybe they are even a therapist, or someone you work with. Though I think no matter what, there is a bond, a closeness where you really feel like you can trust this person, and you can reveal yourself and let yourself be seen. This person, they make you feel safe to be seen and to be yourself, and to expose yourself, and to be vulnerable about your fears and what you want to accomplish and what you want out of life. And this person is like, yes, I see you. I accept you. I feel love for you, and I will help you. So I think that you are in really, really good hands with this person. They have very lovely energy. I feel very it's almost like the energy is making me feel like I'm wrapped up in a cozy blanket, and they're like petting my head and like asking me if I want a cup of tea. It's very mothering and nurturing. And of course, the Empress is, the mother, and the Queen of Cups is also a mother card. And she is the most nurturing and compassionate, feelings-oriented queen that can understand people's emotional landscapes and be very comforting. All the queens have their different aspects, and this is the Queen of Cups, and you feel safe and wrapped up in safety with this person. I do think for some of you, it may be a boss. And if you have experiences of bosses that have been really difficult challenging, I couldn't even get it out. This will be, and that makes me wonder if you are relating to that, if that specific message is correct for you. You may have trouble verbalizing what you need and want in the workplace. And this would be a totally different situation where you feel very comfortable letting it out very quickly, even if you're nervous at first. And there is a chance for a lot of you that you could suspect that this person is like the rest, regardless of how they come into your life or what role they play, you could think that they are like other people who you've had a challenging time with, but you will realize very quickly that they are not that way. And if you think they are faking it, you will see very quickly that they are not. This is a really, really generous and abundant energy. And so I do think for a lot of you, this is going to enhance your finances and potentially your success in work or with a goal or bringing money in, because this person seems to understand abundance, and the Empress is often about abundance, and there's so much abundance energy in this particular Empress. And I think that you are going to benefit from that, and it's going to rub off on you. And that I do think for a lot of you, this is going to be a sort of a mentor in some way. And even if you're, and not that a mentor is like above you, but even if you're on an equal playing field, and it's just like you're both friends and you give and you receive in equal ways, this person will still help you. And I just really, really love this energy, and it feels very comforting and like something you've maybe been needing or wanting, or exactly what you need to get to where you want to go. I honestly think we've already covered so much that is in the other questions we're going to ask today, but we'll get more information. So let's do that. Let's get a little bit more information about their energy and their personality, and how they will be to know on a personal level. And let's just scooch these up. So what is Group 1's person that's coming in? What is their energy or their personality like? What are they like? We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Hierophant. Okay, we're getting a lot of big energy here with the major arcana. So I do think this person's going to have a really strong influence on your path and on your life. And this really might be someone who is fated to come in, or you've been asking for something to happen, or really wanting some part of your life to bloom. And so this might be the answer to those prayers or those manifestations, or, you know, you asking the universe. And also with the Wheel of Fortune, which is often about fate. This person could really be fated to come in, or they are coming in to bring a new season into your life. If you have been at the bottom of the wheel, trying to figure things out on your own, trying to do something and not being able to accomplish it or make much movement, they are basically going to get in this cup with you and turn the wheel in your favor to help you and to give you the advice or the knowledge or the energy or the motivation or the reassurance, whatever it is, that is going to get things to sort of turn around for you. And this is really lovely energy. This is really, really encouraging, really nice and happy energy. And, we have another Queen, and we have Pentacles again. So this leads me to believe yet again that this person is going to help you in a career, or help you make money, or to help you change your abundance mindset. Somehow they're going to help you turn things around in career or money, or even in your physical health. So if you have been experiencing health problems, and that is where you've been asking for help, this could be a healthcare provider, or it could be someone that has the answers that would help you turn your physical health around, somehow in the realm of the physical. So your body, your home, your career, how you make your money so that you can buy material things, they're helping you in one of these areas or in multiple areas. But with all that said, and also with the Hierophant, this could definitely be someone that you meet in the workplace, or you meet in a place like AA or NA, or like a group with rules. This could be someone that you meet in a school or academic atmosphere, or a place where you are learning something. However, what we asked is what their energy or their personality is like. So I want to get some more of that information, but those messages were coming through. So I do think that this is someone who certain traditions are important to them, even if they don't seem traditional. For example, they could teach you how to make money in a way where you use rules that have existed that it's like, this is how you make money. Maybe you're like, I want to do it in an unconventional way. And it's like, okay, they're maybe saying like, you can do something unconventional, but there are conventional rules that will help you get there. It's that kind of thing. So they may live by rules, or they have rules that they sort of follow, which helps them to be abundant, or to be like a good person in the world, because this person does seem like a really wonderful person, or where you know them or you meet them, they are like, this is how we do things and this is how we're going to get you to where you want to go. But this also leads me to believe that they could also have Earth in their chart. So it's making me think Virgo a little bit, with like kind of being very organized, or having like rules, or lists, or wanting to do things in a certain routine. That could be part of their kind of personality or their energy, or at least it is in relation to you and how you know them, which again makes me think some of you, this might be like a boss, but it could be anybody, of course. I think that, yes, we have cups, but we also have coins or pentacles. And so while this person does seem to understand the feelings world, the emotional world, and they are very empathetic and I think sensitive to those things, which is really wonderful, they are also pretty grounded and practical, and they can get things done. They are very realistic. While they may be intuitive, they may have an intuitive insight, and then they bring it down to earth by having practical steps that they take to get there. I do think this person is probably financially well off, or in some other way, they seem very abundant to you. And I would say that they probably surround themselves with beautiful things. So whether or not you ever see their home, it may be very beautiful. If you do work with them and they have an office, they may have made it really cute and cozy, or they really provide a cozy atmosphere, or even just being in their energy feels very cozy, which is something I felt with the first cards that we pulled. There's something very cozy and safe about their energy, and the way that they take care of people, or take them under their wing, or love people. And I think that they really are prone to seeing the potential in others, because they've reached their potential in certain ways. And now something that gives them joy or comfort or peace or happiness is to help other people reach their potential. And they really see potential in people. And so I think one way that you're going to sort of come together is that you'll be in the same maybe atmosphere, the same space, the same location, and they will start to see your potential very quickly, maybe right away. And because they see your potential, they will want to help you reach it. They may not do that with everyone, because they maybe relate to you or understand you on a different level, or they like you more, or you form a connection, and so they just want to help you. But they do seem to see the potential in other people, and they want to see them reach the top of the wheel of fortune. They want you to be able to see your own potential, to reach your own potential. Yeah, there's so much energy here about that. And like, they want to see you live a happy, successful life where your surroundings are beautiful and cozy and comfy. And I think that they really like you, and they just really want to see you soar. And, with the Hierophant here, I feel like they know they have keys that could help you. And so they want to show you, again, I'm getting this kind of hidden knowledge, that they have, that they will share with you, and also that they can see what is quote unquote hidden in you, that is wanting to be brought forward and to be shown to the world. And, I do sort of continue to get this sort of almost distant energy where they're very close, but there's a distance, like there are healthy boundaries. So again, that makes me think, like I said, it could be someone at work. It could be someone in a different area of your life. That could be a mentor specifically in a spiritual area of your life, or religious, or school, or a group where you are healing, something like that. But let's look at any spiritual or emotional reasons this connection could be coming. and get any more information about that. So for group 1, what might be a spiritual or emotional reason that this connection is coming into their life other than what we already know? The King of Wands and the Page of Wands. Okay, that's what we're going to start with here. So this is leading me to believe once again that this is going to be in relation to your career, a way of making money, making a goal come true, doing something to be seen, and honestly just possibly just allowing yourself to be authentically seen and being your most unique, vulnerable, open self, because I think you've been hiding something away. And so, sorry, I just want to put the page in front of the king because it makes me feel better. But it doesn't really matter. So a spiritual or emotional reason that this connection is coming is it is going to empower you to feel ready to face the challenges that you've been having trouble facing. It's going to help you have the self-confidence and the courage to move toward your dreams, and even to move toward dreams you maybe didn't even know you had, and to put you in a place where you are so authentically yourself, where you are not afraid of the opinions of others, where you put forward your creativity, your passion, your you-ness, yourself. And I think that this person is really coming in to help you build up your confidence, to see yourself more clearly, and to understand the talents, the skills, and the things that make you shine, that make you, that will help you put possibly something into the world that will be unique and that will be treasured by other people. And I think that it's maybe been a long time coming. And I don't necessarily get the sense that you have been struggling so much that you are like deeply depressed or anything. That could be the case, of course. But I think that you've maybe really been wanting to move towards something, or you've really been wanting to put something out into the world, or you've known that there's more for you, and you've possibly just been feeling kind of like bored or unsure, or you don't know how to do it on your own. And so this person is coming in to give you the gift of believing in yourself, inspiring you, motivating you, seeing things within you that other people have not seen or acknowledged, or you've been unsure are real or not. And you may have even been the kind of person who was perfectly fine with things as they were, and that you didn't necessarily have a problem with it. But this person might help you then to believe and understand and know that there is a lot more to this life and a lot more for your experience. And you might find yourself blooming in ways you never even expected to or asked for, because, it just brings a whole new dimension to your life. And it's like, we had all this water and earth energy, and now we have fire. So it's like they light a fire under you. They help you to tune back into your passion and who you are and what is right for you. And even if this has nothing to do with this other person, they will help you draw it out, and they will accept you and believe in you and empower you and help you to be exactly who you've always wanted to be and in the world, whether or not you realized that was what you wanted. And we see these cactuses, and it makes me think like they're normally seen in such dry climates. And yet these cards, like, they don't feel dry. They feel juicy. So it makes me also think that you could have had kind of like an experience lately or always that was sort of dry, even if you didn't recognize it as such. And this person is going to bring like life in. Like, it's like, oh, I didn't know it could be like this. I thought that was normal and I was fine with it. And now life can be like this. Like, it's that kind of thing. Or it's almost like you're used to black and white and you're like, I love life in black and white. I don't know anything other than black and white. And then someone is like, oh, have you seen red? And you see red and you're like, holy shit. I didn't know red existed. And then it's like, they're like, you want to see orange? And then you're orange. And it's like, you see all these colors and you're like, oh my, I was living in black and white. And I thought black and white was perfectly fine. It's something like that. Like they bring new dimension in, or they help you to see new dimension. And I'm so inspired by this person's energy and their effect on you because it just feels so incredibly uplifting. And so I do think that they help you to grow, and that is part of their role in your life. They help enhance your confidence, your belief in yourself, seeing things more clearly and in a more joyful light. I think that they help bring joy into your life, abundance into your life. I think there are a lot of things that this person sparks, and it's possible for some of you, you may not even know them for very long, and it's such a spark that like lights you up that you will always remember them, because you're like, if I hadn't met this person, who knows if I ever would have had this life. And you know, the King of Wands, you're on top of your game. You may end up being a leader in some way and helping other people to do the same and inspiring other people to do the same. And, you know, it's like we have the Page and the King here. So you're beginning something, but then you're also sharing it. And so I don't know. I really think this is like a fated encounter or something you didn't even realize you needed or you wanted. Let's see how else they could affect or change your life and what other positive energies they're bringing in. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Four of Cups. So it's interesting to me that we started with the cups, and then we had the pentacles, and then we had the wands, and now we have the swords. And so that is making me think that like, it opens you up in layers. It introduces things to you in layers, or that you continue to have more expansion, more growth, more understanding because of your encounter or your time or your relationship with this person. And so it affects your life on multiple levels and in multiple ways, and that it is complex in the way that it affects you, even if it seems simple on the surface. And with this Four of Cups, you know, we see this, is that a crab? I don't know. But we see like this animal has all this treasure, but it's looking over here, and the starfish is like, look, and it's not looking. And so I think this is again talking about how you may not even be aware of the treasure that has been lying under your feet this whole time. Like in one way, it's the treasure within you, the talents, the skills, the personality, the everything that like either you know you have and it hasn't been acknowledged by others, or you haven't even been fully aware of it. And, you know, with this shell here, it's like you've kind of been hiding in your shell a little bit. So even if you are aware of all this treasure that lies within you, you may have been a little bit afraid to share it and a little bit afraid to show it to the world and to totally be yourself without worry about acceptance. And so even if like maybe other people have tried to help you to see your potential, you haven't maybe been able to. And so a really, really positive thing that this person is coming in to help you change is to actually like accept the offer, to allow your treasure that is who you are be seen, and to not be so afraid of it. Because I think that for some reason this crab doesn't realize like fully that this is treasure, and that sharing it and showing it to people would lift them up. And also it could be that there is so much treasure in your life, so much treasure that you would receive all of this abundance and this growth and this joy. But you just have no idea it's there because you haven't been looking at it. And so they're going to say, hey, look. And you're like, oh my gosh. So that's another like really, really positive thing that they could help you with. And, you know, the Ace of Swords is so often about success. So again, I think that you are going to have a lot of success in some area of your life. And I think it's going to bring possibly financial abundance to you, or a greater sense of safety and security within yourself regardless, and safety and security in life. And you will feel more prepared for life and the things that come, and more prepared to show yourself, be yourself, and all of that stuff, and to be seen, because you won't feel so exposed, I don't think. I think you'll just feel more ready, more prepared, and like you can do it. And so this person is going to help you change your life in that way. And I think that that is really exciting and really cool. And you're really lucky. Let's take a look at how you might recognize this person, how you might know it's them, or what signs you can look for to know that they are coming. The Chariot. The Ace of Cups. And the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so for some reason with the Chariot, it is making me think they could drive a unique or interesting car, or the color of their car might be unique. They could be dressed really well. The Nine of Coins and the Empress that we had earlier made me think that they dress in an unusual way, or they dress really well and you will notice it. Or maybe you live in America, but they look very European. This beret is making me think that, or they are European, or they are from another country. If you do work with this person, this Ace of Cups is making me think of talking around the water cooler, or like you are making your coffee at the same time in the morning, or something like that. If it's an office job or somewhere you work in the morning, you could notice very quickly that this person is a kind of generous. The way that this otter is handing this little whale this sugar cube, it makes me think if you are in the kitchen and you're making coffee and you're like, oh, where's the sugar? And they're like, oh, are you looking for this? It's just they already anticipated your need, or they just kind of, they do seem kind of kind or nice right away, even if they do seem a little standoffish or something at first. And they seem kind of sweet, but I do think at first you kind of have a little bit of suspicion for some reason, thinking that maybe they're fake, or it's not real or something, but you will realize very quickly it is. But they will come across very generous very quickly, and kind to the people around them. And they do come across as materially abundant. So whether that's the car they drive, the clothes they wear, the way they decorate, or the way they present themselves, even if they are not, it certainly seems that they are, but it will look like they are or feel that way. As far as signs you could look for to know that they're coming, we have lilies and lily pads. We have lots of butterflies. We have lots of different animals. We have a frog or a toad. I think this is maybe a little beluga whale. We've got an otter, a poodle, a bird. So any of those animals could show up. I'm being really, really drawn to these clouds and the stars. So either cloud, stars, or something about the sky. You could be seeing a certain kind of cloud that you don't normally see, or the sky looks different before this person comes in. Someone could give you flowers, or this person could have floral patterns on their clothes. There's lots of stars. So stars could be a sign. I'm seeing the Botanic Gardens. So something with gardens, or the Botanic Gardens. The Chariot normally isn't with water here. So water could be an important sign, and there's pouring of water here too. So something about water. You will meet them around water, or there will be a sign around water. We have a lot of blue. We have purple. We have pink and red and yellow. So those colors could be important. I think I want to ask one more question. We should be at the end, but I'm feeling we want to ask one more. So I want to ask if there is anything else for you to do before this person comes in, or to draw this person in. And not that this is in your hands, because I don't think that it is, but let's just see if there's anything that you could do. Strength And the Three of Swords. Interesting. Okay. So, I actually think that this is your person because this cat is floral, and we were just talking about florals or maybe floral prints. And so I think this is your person, and I think this might be you, and not like, oh, this person is amazing and strong and happy and you were depressed, like maybe. But what I think this is trying to say is, one, you are not in charge of this. They're going to show up no matter what. And also, it does not matter if you are sad, happy, depressed, anxious. It doesn't matter. They're going to come anyway, and they're not going to judge you for that. And in fact, like I said before, they are really, really understanding of other people's feelings and emotions and what they're going through. And so it's going to feel safe. And also this chair is pink, and it makes me think like they have so much pink energy in some of these cards, and like feminine nurturing energy regardless of their gender. And so I almost feel like you're sitting in their office or in their home or like in a space with them, and they've provided this comfy chair for you to sit and to be yourself and to show what you've got going on. And so I don't think that you need to do anything to prepare. This person's going to come in. They're going to expect you to show your cards. You're going to feel comfortable and safe showing your cards relatively quickly, even if you don't at first. You will show your fears, your heartbreaks, your failures, and it's not going to be the end of the world. They're going to be like, okay, yeah, that makes total sense. Let me help you, because I think that you could live a different kind of life. And again, like it's just this incredibly lovely energy that feels very inspiring, very loving. And, I just think you're really lucky. You're going to be really, really lucky to have this person enter your life and to help you through whatever you've been trying to do, whatever you've been going through. And I think you're just really blessed. Okay, group one, if you enjoyed this reading, if you resonated, this channel is still very new and small, and any engagement on a video basically tells the algorithm that it's worth showing to other people. So a like or a thumbs up is always great. A comment can help even more. I know it's weird to leave a comment if that's not what you're used to doing. I'm not used to doing that, and you by no means should feel pressured into doing that. But even if you feel up to saying like hi or letting me know what group was yours, it helps more than you know. You don't have to give a lot of information if you don't want to. And it's also really nice for me to get to say hi to you back. Regardless, I'm happy to be here with you, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. Hi, group two. You chose the Titanium Aura Kyanite and the Pause Tarot. Welcome to your reading. We're looking at who is coming into your life. So while I shuffle these cards, I will let you know what we are asking today. So we'll look at what role this person or people will play in your life, such as friendship, romantic, healing, etc. We will look at, lost a card there. We will look at what their energy or personality is like. Excuse my shuffling. These are really thick cards. So we'll find out a little bit more about them. We'll look at a spiritual or emotional reason, or just a reason in general that this connection is coming in, and, what it is doing for you. And also how this person will affect or change your life, what positive energies they could be bringing in, and how you might recognize them, or what signs you can look for to know they're coming. So let's get started, group two. Okay, who is Group two's person? What role will this person or people play in Group two's life? We have the Page of Cups. Ooh, okay. That's too many cards. The Chariot. Justice. I kind of want to get a fourth one. And the Hanged Man. Well, isn't that a lot of major arcana cards? So this person I do feel like they're coming in with a bang with the Chariot, but I do think also because of all these major arcana cards that this person will have a major influence or impact on your life. And the fact that we start with the Page of Cups and then it's all major arcana, I do think well, certainly it indicates a new relationship, but I do think it could be romantic. It could be friendship, but I do think this is going to be someone that will have a more personal impact on you versus like the last group, it often felt like a boss or a mentor. This is more like a really personal relationship that you will have with someone, a close relationship that I think you're going to have with someone, or it will be more intimate in nature where you will know this person or understand them on a deeper level. And I really think with the Hanged Man, I do think that they're going to change your life, but this Hanged Man is saying to me, they're going to change your life. They're going to turn something upside down. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that they're going to help you change your perspective. You're going to see things in a new way. Or if this is a dating relationship, this is going to be someone very different from who you've dated before, or it will impact your life in a different way, a very unique way, or a way that just helps you to live differently and see differently and understand differently. But this could also be someone who, sometimes the Hanged Man is about spiritual awakening, or it could be awakening you to a perspective you didn't know you could have, or they will teach you things that you just never knew about. And it's interesting because in the last group, I saw a beret, and it made me think like French or European. And that's coming through again here too. So it is possible that this person could be from another culture or another country or location. They could be French. They could be European. Maybe you are, and maybe this person is from a different place. They don't have to be. I think that you may wonder at first if this person has like bad boy energy, regardless of their gender or yours. It can kind of seem like they're a little bit like rebellious. They could ride a motorcycle. They could do sort of things that make them seem a little bit rebellious. They could be covered in tattoos, or they dress very like alternatively, which may not be something you were used to. And so at first you may wonder like, oh, I don't know if this person is like really what I'm looking for. And it could just be friendship again too, but it might be someone different than you're used to having in your life. Or they could come across as like almost like douchey or something. Like you're like, I don't know about this person. Something like that is coming through with this Chariot card. And it makes me think that at first you're like I do see intrigue. You're kind of like, who is that? But you're also maybe wary of them already, or you're thinking, I'm even hearing some of you think they're kind of dumb at first. Like, I think what you'll end up finding out is that that's not the case. And in fact, they have a unique perspective on life or spirituality or relationships that will open you up to understanding or seeing things that you didn't before. And it does feel really positive to me. And for some reason at first with the Justice card, that is making me think about like you, it's not judgment, it's justice, but I do think you're sort of judging them, or you're kind of like, you're holding this scale and you're like, we'll see. Okay, we'll see. Or like you might even, if it is romantic, you might even think they're like too hot for you at first, or like you wouldn't be their type. And so you're kind of also like a little weary. You're like, we'll see. And also you're not sure if you're able to feel like your most comfortable self with them. And so there's some of that too that you're kind of waiting to see. I do think they come in very fast, and they're just like, they're suddenly here in your life, or however you meet them, however they come into your life, it's like a bang. And they're like, I'm here, I'm this person. And you're like, we'll see. We'll see. So, I definitely see intrigue. And with the Page of Cups too, I mean, look at the way this cat and this fish are sort of looking at each other. There's certainly intrigue. But it does seem like there's a little bit of weariness here. I do think for a lot of you, this is going to be romantic. And for some of you, it is friendship. But it is either romantic or it is friendship. And they are going to open you up to seeing things in a new way. And I can't tell yet whether or not this is a long-lasting energy. But it does seem like someone that you end up giving a chance to that you didn't necessarily think you would, or they sort of are able to convince you in a way, not necessarily in the sense that like they won't leave you alone until they give them a chance. I mean, maybe, but it's more kind of like you can't help but to see that they're not who you thought they were at first. And you are going to give them a fair shot. It's almost like I'm hearing you, like you're saying, like, I'll give them a fair trial, because you're going to give them a trial period, or you are going to kind of just see what happens before you make any decisions. You've got your eyes open, you know? So let's see a little bit more about them. What else can you tell me about this person's energy or personality? Strength. The Five of Cups, the Tower, and the Seven of Swords. So, I mean, these aren't the most positive cards to start with. I hope you can see all of these. But I think, okay, the first thing I think that it's telling me is that this person has dealt with some stuff. And so, you know, with the Five of Cups, they have had grief. They have lost things. Things have gone wrong for them. It is possible that they have had substance issues. They may have reached rock bottom here with the Tower, or previous relationships ended in chaos or turmoil or really severe endings. They may have dealt with someone who, with the Seven of Swords, took advantage of them or took from them in some way, and they've had to develop a lot of inner strength and forgiveness and love for themselves and others despite what has happened to them. Because I don't get the sense that this is somebody who is these things or who will cause these things, because it just has felt like, since I looked at this Chariot card, that they do seem a certain way, but then you understand that they are not that way. And if they look a certain way, you know, say they are, you know, covered head to toe in tattoos, something like that you're maybe not used to, it could be part of the way that they have dealt with the circumstances they've had in life, by maybe something about the pain of getting the tattoos, or something about the way that it made them look so they could change their identity in that way. Or if they look like the average person that is in your life and there's just an energy to them, it's because of what they went through. It's not because they are bad. It's because they have dealt with bad. Does that make sense? And it has made them into who they are in a positive way. And while it's obviously unfair that they've had to go through the things they've gone through, it has led to them being really strong and capable and knowing what they want and what's important to them and what makes sense to them. And it helps them to also be strong for other people, to provide a solid base for others. Like, you may think that they are like flaky or like a playboy type of personality or something, and yet you will find out that they are like a gentle giant, or they are not the person that you thought they were at first. But you will, as you know them, you may find out these things about their history or their past or the people or the things that they have dealt with. And I would not be at all surprised if this person had a really difficult childhood or upbringing, or all of their romantic relationships or some of their friendships, the people they've been close to in life, have deceived them or taken from them, or just ended in turmoil or pain, or their dynamics were really unhealthy. And I think this person would be the first to admit that they added to this, even if they dealt with, toxic individuals. They also know that they had a role to play. And, even if that's like, okay, my difficult child created these ways of seeing the world, and so I also manipulated, something like that. Or it could be like they didn't do anything really that bad. It's like I keep being drawn to these yellow flags. Like, it's like they didn't necessarily have red flag behavior, but it was like yellow. Like, it would give you pause, And I think that like I said, they would be the first to admit, like, I have done these things wrong. I approached relationships in these ways because I couldn't see until I could. Or, if they used substances in a way that was unhealthy, and like they did reach rock bottom and they are sober now, for example, they will say, the way I was when I was drinking, it was awful. And like, I treated people like this. There's something there where like, they weren't perfect, but they will admit it and they'll tell you the truth and they'll tell you how it formed who they are today. And you will be able to see and sense, because you have the ability to see and sense clearly and to test people out until you know for sure that they are this person. But of course, there is a possibility with this group that there could be someone who is meeting this person and they still have issues. But I think that the thing is, you will know and you will see. So when this person comes in, I think it's actually very wise to be this justice card and to give someone a trial period, to have your eyes wide open, to make a list of the pros and cons and the things that you see. Because if there are things that are not right for you, you will see them. You will see them quickly and you will know, because if this is a mask and this is what's underneath, this is too big for them to mask. And so regardless, you'll know very quickly and you'll be able to release it. There could be a delay, a waiting period while you are kind of testing this out and seeing what the truth of it is, but you will get to the truth. And you kind of, the fact that like this cat is just in this robe is so funny to me, and like these slippers and like the hair cap. It's like, you're kind of like, okay, come at me. But like, I'm not going to like put my best on display until I know what you have to offer. But it's also like, I'm going to be myself and I'm going to be comfy. And like, I'm comfy with making this decision about you. So it's kind of like, oh, someone's coming in. Well, let me just see. Like, you're the judge and you are going to decide whether this person is worth it or not. But I do think for the vast majority of you, it is worth it. But there is so much yellow here. The yellow bird, the yellow fish, the yellow background, the yellow sword, the yellow flags. I think that is also pointing to, you're not sure if things are red flags or not. And so you're kind of like waiting. There's a waiting process here with the Hanged Man and the Justice card, while you decide, is this a red flag or is it just something that I don't understand just yet? But as far as their energy and personality goes, with this Lion, I am thinking Leo. So, sure, they could be a Leo or have Leo in their chart, but it's giving me Leo energy. And the Chariot is also giving me a little bit of that. So it's making me think that they might be, and not that all Leos are this way. Don't get me wrong, but this person might be a little showy, a little show-offy, or they really kind of like attention, or they seem to draw attention, or the spotlight seems to often be on them. Like, you can't ignore this person, whether they look interesting or their personality is unique. You won't be able to ignore them. They could also be creative. They could have beautiful hair or just like really great hair. They also could not. That's not for sure. But I'm also seeing like, if you're interested in men and this man is bald, which it looks like, this cat could be, I'm seeing like chest hair or arm hair. It's like they might be a hairy person, or they just have they have an aura about them, certainly. And so it's intriguing, even if you're like, I don't know about you. They definitely stand out in a room. And I think that the more that you know them, it is obvious that they have dealt with things. It is very obvious that they've had to grow strong because of what they've dealt with. And so you will hear more and more about these things, or it will just become more obvious to you that they have had trauma, even if they've done a lot of healing around it. Or again, this could be like a sober person. And so that is something you notice right away. It doesn't not have to be that, but it's just coming through for some people. But let's look at more the spiritual or emotional or any other reason that this connection might be coming, and see, is it a part of your growth? Is it about healing? Is it about a new chapter? Or I don't know. Let's find out. So for group 2, what's the spiritual or emotional or any other reason that this connection is coming into their life? The 2 of Wands, the Fool. Okay, the Knight of Cups and the Hermit. I didn't mean to draw 4, but that one was hiding under that one, so we're going to take it. Okay, I do think some of you have been single for a while, and maybe you've been fine with it. I don't know. Maybe you've really not wanted to be. And again, this doesn't have to be romantic, but I do get that vibe for the most of you. But it does seem like with this Hermit, you've been kind of hiding away. And like, where was that Justice card? It's like you're wearing your little robe and your slippers. You're wearing this little blanket and like you're going to the fridge. I think it's so cute. I think for some reason, some of you have been like, no, I'm fine. Like you just kind of like hide at home and you do your own thing and you get to look however you want. You don't have to like dress any certain way or fix your hair or like do skincare or anything. You're just like, no, I'm going to eat my snacks. I'm going to be with myself where it's safe and fun. And like, I don't have to try. I don't think that's for all of you, but there are some of you here with this energy. I'm sorry I'm laughing. It's just your energy is so cute in this way. And it's so funny to me. And it's so relatable too, but I do think some of you have spent a lot of time alone, or you've just kind of gotten very, very comfortable with your own company. And maybe sometimes you're like, I want love. And then other times you're like, screw it. Like it hasn't been that fun anyway. Like it's more fun to hang out with myself and like eat my ice cream, like have my special little snacks. Like this fridge is just making me think about that. And like these like little midnight snacks, or like at night, you're like, I'm going to watch my show in my cozy, comfy blanket and with my cat cuddled up next to me. And I'm going to like make my little sandwich. It's like that kind of vibe. Or if like you work from home, you're like, I'm going to work from bed and I'm going to be cozy and comfy. And I'm not going to turn on my camera for the stupid meetings because like I didn't get ready and I don't want to. And then we have like this Knight of Cups who is so romantic. And even if this isn't a super romantic person, this can be about someone coming in to offer you romance or to offer you a romantic relationship, or who is romantically interested in you. And, this Knight of Cups feels a little like extra hopeful to me. And this horse looks kind of over it. And so it's making me think that even though this person is riding in on this horse, it's making me think about you and how like you're like, I don't know about romance. Like, I don't know about letting new people into my life. Like, do I want to get dressed? Like, I don't know if it's worth the effort or if I even know how to do any of that anymore. And it's like, well, guess what? It's time for a little romance or a little friendship or a little something new in your life, and a new beginning with this Fool card. And oh my gosh. And see, I talked about yellow energy, right? And look at this sun and these like open eyes. I feel like the Fool right here could be your person coming in, and it's like this person like doesn't know. It's like they're coming in kind of like innocent and like ready for a new beginning, and like, here's a flower. Are you interested in me? Like, I'm ready to take a leap. Like, and you're like, I don't know. And you're like, you've got eagle eyes on this Fool. And it's again reminding me of this Justice card where you're like, not going to let anything slide. You've got the scale in your hand. You've got the sword in your hand. You're protected. You're ready. You're making your lists. And like, you are staring this person down. You are not going to just let anybody sweep you off your feet because you like your routine. You like the things that you like and the way things are. And whether or not you want something new in your life, you are suspicious. And I don't see like paranoid energy really, but it's just like, we'll see. And the Two of Wands makes me think about that too. even if like you want the world, you kind of maybe believe that no one can give that to you. And I'm not saying that this person necessarily can, but I do think one of the reasons that they're coming into your life is to open you back up to the possibility of it, whether it's with them or not, the possibility of love or companionship or intimacy or true friendship or partnership in any way. And I think that that's why this person is coming in, to have you also open up your energy and be innocent again and be open to a new beginning, a fresh start, a new cycle, something new, and, partnership with the Two of Wands. And if it is romantic, there could be a lot of passion and attraction between you with the wands. We have these crossed flowers. And so I think that there's a lot of potential here. And I think that even if you don't want to give up the ease and the comfort of your life as it is, this person might be coming in to shake you up again and to open you back up, which I think is going to be a really big positive for you. So they are coming in to start a new chapter, to open you up, possibly to bring you joy and intrigue and curiosity. And again, whether or not they are meant for the long term, this is going to help you shake off this it is a little bit of like stagnant energy. And even if it's like, well, I love living like this, it does feel like there's a part of you, at least underneath the surface, that is kind of tired of it. It's like, yeah, there is a joy in, at the end of the day, watching your favorite show and eating your favorite snacks and like playing your little game on your phone or like whatever it is that you like to do in your cute little hermit mode. But it does seem like the time has come to release the hermit mode, at least to a degree, and shake off this blanket and like expose yourself to the world in some way again. I think that maybe you've been wanting to do that for a long time, but you've stayed in your comfort zone, which I totally get because the comfort zone is comforting and comfortable and fun and easy. And I think that maybe you've been hurt in the past, or for some of you, maybe you haven't ever had a close relationship like this or a romantic relationship like this, or you haven't in a long time, or the last ones were upsetting or hard, or they expected so much out of you that you felt like you couldn't relax and be yourself. And you're like, I don't want to do that. It's that kind of feeling to me. So I think this person is coming in for exactly the reasons that I said, to sort of shake these things up a little bit. So I want to look at, how they will affect or change your life. What positive energies are they bringing in? The Six of Wands, the Eight of Swords. Again, I guess we're doing 4 cards again. We've got the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, let's see what we have here. So again, I think that this person is helping you to release yourself from this place that you've been in where you're kind of stuck. And the Eight of Swords can be, a pretty dramatic card, but in this case, it kind of just is reminding me of this hermit energy where you're sort of in a place where you've covered your eyes to the world. I think like you're bound up with a little ball of yarn. Like it's the loosest, like it doesn't feel like anyone trapped you here and was like, you're stuck, like find your way out. It's like you did it. And I think some of it has to do with your thoughts with all of these swords, which can be the mental realm and the thoughts. And you have all these ideas and these thoughts about like, what is right for you? What's not right for you? What is comfortable and safe and familiar? And what is going to take you out of your comfort zone in a way that maybe you're not going to like? And maybe like how people have hurt you, or how you're worried they will hurt you, or how you are worried that people will judge you or not accept who you really are. And so you're like, I'm going to trap myself like in my home where I don't get out, or something like that, like in your comfort zone. And you're doing it in the most comfortable way you can. You're like, I feel like for some reason when I look at this, like handkerchief around your eyes, I'm getting the feeling of silk. So it's like, you're like, oh, I'm going to cover my eyes, but I'm going to do it with silk. And like, I'm going to tie myself up, but I'm going to do it with my soft favorite yarn. And it's like you don't want to face something. So something that this person is going to do to change or affect your life in a positive way is to help you take the blinder off, come out of your comfort zone, and see that like that life in the world is maybe more open and good and comfortable and safe than you have been led to believe or how you've experienced it in the past. And I think this person will help you to feel more comfortable being seen, even if it's only by them, and feel more comfortable rejoining whatever you have left behind. If that's like life as a whole and you hardly go out, or if it's just like you've stayed in a certain kind of comfort zone because it feels safer, this person's going to help you to feel safe moving out of it, even if it's like, look at these two cards. So we have the Knight of Cups and the Six of Wands. They're both riding a horse. And, if we say this horse is you and you're like, I don't know, and you're like gray, then you turn into like a pink, happy horse where it's like, okay, maybe I do want to do this. Maybe this is fun. Maybe I can be on this page. And like, it just feels like they are going to bring more happiness and vitality and energy and the ability to allow yourself to be seen again and to be accepted. And I think that there's really sweet energy here of someone like really either finding you attractive or finding love for traits that you have and that maybe you've forgotten you even had because you've been hiding away in some way. And with this Four of Pentacles, I want to find that Chariot card. Here it is. Okay, so from the beginning, we had this Chariot card and then we have this Four of Pentacles. And look, we have this cat with this backwards red cap. And so again, this is leading me to believe that you have your impressions of this person at first. And even if they don't have like bad boy energy, again, regardless of gender, it might be that you think that they are going to be dangerous because they're going to draw you out of your comfort zone, or because relationships are dangerous, or knowing people closely is dangerous. But in reality, it looks like, they are this Four of Pentacles. They could be stability, safety, a place to call home, a place to, be accepted and relaxed. Like, they may be a lot more responsible than they come off, or like choosing them is actually a more responsible choice than you've been afraid it would be. And I think that this is something that they could do to bring into your life, is help you to realize that other people are safe in these ways, and that sometimes your judgments or your opinions of people at first are wrong, and that this person could bring safety and security into your life. And, if, like we said with a previous question, if you have assessed them and they are dangerous for you and they are not a healthy person, which is possible, but I don't see it as being likely for most people here, then they would still help you to leave your comfort zone, to understand who does make you feel safe and be able to find that in the world. And with the Three of Pentacles as well, it does look like this person really helps you to feel more comfortable being in the world again and showing yourself and your talents. And like, it's like we have a cat here with a little construction belt, and like we have one wearing this little, I don't know, monk's cape. But either way, you're not wrapped up in a blanket anymore. You're like engaging with the world again as like I was going to say fully dressed human, but this one's naked. So I don't know, but I think that like, regardless, you're becoming more comfortable rejoining the world in whatever way you haven't been in it. And so this is really positive for you, regardless of how it goes with them. I do think for some of you, this is going to be a really cute, sweet relationship, and you're going to be really grateful for this. But it is going to bring positive change and to help you to kind of refresh yourself. With the Fool, it's like, and with the Eight of Swords, it's almost like you've gotten kind of stagnant in some way. And I think it and you've been feeling it for a while, but it's so comfortable to be in our comfort zones. I love comfort zones. I don't like leaving them, and I don't think you do either. But it's time to have a fresh energy brought into your energy field and to kind of release this stagnancy. And I think that that is a lot of this person's purpose coming in for you, and that it will help you to like calm down on the suspicion or any I don't think you're paranoid, but you do seem to have like maybe suspicious thoughts about people in the world, which who can blame you when we have the world that we do at times. But let's see how you might recognize this person or what signs you could look for to know that they're coming or they're here. And if you're thinking about avoiding this person, good luck, because I don't think you can. So I don't care if that's what you want to do. So how might group 2 recognize this person, or what signs could they look for? Oh, it's always 4 cards with this group. That's fine. Oh, okay. We got the sun and the moon. We've got the 6 of Pentacles, and we have the 3 of Swords. Okay. The first thing I'm hearing is opposites attract, which leads me to believe once again that this person may look like or act like or be like your opposite, but also possibly opposite from other people that you've been involved with. Again, I think that this obviously is not going to be for everyone, but some of you, this person is tattooed, okay? The 3 of Swords is making me think about that. The way this cat and the 6 of Pentacles is making me think about that. They're either tattooed or they're pierced or they are alternative in some way. That will not be for everyone, okay? But for some of you, that's how you'll recognize them. You'll be like, oh, that's not my type. Or like that person looks very different than like the people I'm normally involved with or have in my life. Or they, like I said before, they seem very different. This is also very specific and is not going to be for most people, but the 6 of Pentacles for some reason is making me think that this person has been in jail or prison, possibly around, substance use or something else. And that, that is how you might know it's them, and also a reason you might be suspicious of them. But I do not think that you have reason to. They certainly, if they are, they could be a man, they could be non-binary, but they could have a mustache or facial hair. That's also not for everybody. They could have a nose that really stands out, or they could have big lips. They could have facial features that stick out. You might even, if this is romantic, you might find that like you're not even like necessarily attracted to them right off the bat. You're not attracted to them, but you're like, no, that's not what I would go for. But I think that's partly because you've been hiding yourself away, possibly. If they do have tattoos or, on their shirt that they're wearing, or like somehow as you're leading up to meeting this person or you're meeting them, some of the signs you might see are celestial, like sun and moon and star, like sun and moon tattoos. You could see like hearts. We have hearts here. We've got a lobster and dogs. We have a unicorn. You could see a unicorn or a bell. Or you could be hearing a lot more bells than you normally hear. There could be sunflowers. There could be gold and yellow, because there is so much gold and yellow energy in this entire reading. This could be, there are mountains here. So this could be someone that you meet in the mountains, or they come from a place with mountains, or mountains are somehow a sign for you as well. Castles could be a sign. But honestly, I think you're going to recognize them no matter what, because they're going to have a very specific energy that you are slightly suspicious of. And there are going to be unknowns, and you're going to want to know, and you're going to make sure that you know, and that because the moon can be about like the unknown, illusions, deception, not having the answers just yet. And then it's like the sun shines and you understand what you're getting into. And so I think it's just calling back to that original energy of you being a little bit suspicious, you wanting to know the truth, and you are going to get the truth because you do not want to deal with heartbreak again. You are not willing to deal with heartbreak at all. And so you want to make sure you know what you're getting, and you want this person to step out of here so you can see them very, very clearly. So I think really you're going to know. You are definitely going to know when this person comes your way. So group 2, I hope that was helpful. If you enjoyed this reading, I would like to say that this channel is still very new and very small. Any engagement on a video basically tells the algorithm that it's worth showing to other people. So I would really appreciate if you did like this video, a like or a thumbs up. a comment is super helpful. And if you feel uncomfortable commenting, I totally understand. You absolutely do not have to. But even if you just say hi or you say, I'm group 2, that is really helpful for me. And I would love to say hi back to you. So either way, it's totally up to you as always. I hope to see you again soon. Bye. Hi, group 3. You chose this really pretty clear quartz and the Catacorn Tarot. Welcome to your reading. We're looking at who is coming into your life. I do want to let you know I have the air conditioner on. I'm so sorry if it is affecting the sound quality a little bit, but I am so hot. I get really hot when I'm doing readings, and it's already really hot where I am. And so I just need to have it on for a few minutes and then I can turn it off. But I just wanted to let you know that in case it annoys you. So we are going to, again, look at who is coming into your life. We're going to start by seeing what role this person or this people will play in your life. So kind of who are they? Are they a friend? Are they a lover? Are they a mentor? And what is their energy or their personality like? So let's get a little bit more information about them. Then we'll see any reasons that this connection is coming into your life, and then how they will affect or change your life, what positive energies they may be bringing in, and then how you might recognize them or what signs you can look for to know that they're coming. So group 3, let's get into it. So for group 3, what role will the person coming into their life play? The King of Pentacles. Let's get a little more information. Okay. The Four of Pentacles. I'm going to get one more. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, group 3, you got Pentacles energy galore. And honestly, you know what's really interesting is when I was pulling your cards, I couldn't stop looking at this. I'm going to show you. Here, let me show you up close. This is a, like a prosperity spell jar that I made with my friends this weekend. And so there's something here about prosperity and money that is really, really coming through for you. So this person, I'm having trouble seeing what your relationship to them is, but they certainly are helping you with your abundance. And they could be a benefactor. They could give you the funds that you need to accomplish a goal or something like that. They could offer you financial or other safety and security. You know, what's really interesting also with this group is I'm having the last 2 groups, I was able to flow a little bit better, but I'm having trouble like speaking and saying things and having the thoughts be fully formed. And this energy, this Pentacles energy is so slow. I wonder if this person has trouble speaking or you have been having trouble like articulating yourself. It's like I feel like I'm stuttering. I don't know how to say what needs to be said. So what does that mean? Are you really nervous? Are you really, really nervous and this person's going to calm you down? Are you anxious? Have you been having trouble? Like, why is it Pentacles? Let me sit with this for a moment and get a little bit more clarity. Why do I keep hearing I hate you, I hate you, I hate you? It's like you're saying I hate you. Oh, this is weird energy, man. Okay. Oh, I'm getting really specific messages. I think you're going to know pretty quickly whether or not this is your group. I'm getting the energy of someone, you being that someone that either has like, I don't know that I like this term, but like daddy issues or you have like issues with the people who took care of you when you were a kid, or a partner that you had that like you had to be like, that was maybe like you were dependent on financially. And it feels like your ability to articulate is gone. I don't like it for you, and I don't like it for me while I'm trying to do this reading. It's really hard for me to struggle through this. And as someone who tends to feel what you're feeling, it can make it really hard to read when your energy is challenged. So I'm really sorry if that's what you're going through. I'm picking up on a lot of anxiety, inability to speak. I'm also hearing like, don't speak unless spoken to. I don't know. It feels like there might have been like toxic masculinity in your life, or like, I feel really restricted. Ugh. I feel like someone's like bound up, like my body, like my abdomen and my chest and my neck feel really bound up. I feel unable to speak clearly or to speak the truth or to understand what's happening. God, who needs this reading? Because it feels so specific that I feel like it's not going to apply to very many people. I'm having so much trouble talking right now. So this is making me think. I want to say this. I think that the role this person coming into your life could also be healing some issues that you have had around money, your parent, probably a father figure or a male that was in your life, a difficult relationship, your abundance mindset, your lack, your ability to feel confident in these areas. There's a lot of green energy, which is healing energy. And so I feel like this person is helping you to heal. And they could be a therapist, a mentor, someone you are in a relationship with, or a friend, sort of a pseudo father figure, someone that knows a lot about money or abundance or prosperity or how to change your beliefs and thoughts about that. And seeing as I'm having a lot easier of a time talking, I definitely think someone is coming in to help you with these things. I definitely feel like you've been through it in some way, or like, even if you don't have a lot of trauma that is here, I do think some of you do, because again, my chest is like, I feel like my windpipe is closing up. I hate this feeling. So I'm really sorry if this is you and you're relating to this. It is so restrictive, so constricting. So it's like tight. And I feel like someone had like tightened the purse strings or whatever. Like you were dependent on someone, possibly that like you were financially dependent on someone and you didn't have like free, full reign to do as you wished, or you were dependent on someone just for your safety and your security. And like it doesn't feel like, it doesn't even necessarily feel like someone was like awful to you in really like emotional ways, but like in whatever way someone affected you, it's constricted your ability to like speak clearly, or like feel like you have freedom. Hold on. I gotta try to clear this energy because it's making it really hard to do this reading. Okay, I turned off the air conditioner, but I'm also seeing an image of you as like a bud, like a plant, like almost like a flower, and you're closed up and you're like light green, and I'm seeing that you're not allowed to bloom. So I hope that means something to you. It feels you're being almost tightly controlled, or the expectations on you are really tight, and like you're not able to be yourself to bloom. But the person coming in is going to help you with this. So I want to find out more about them. And I think that that's going to be a little more cheerful and a little bit easier to read. And I'm not going to have as hard of a time, I hope. And I also am hoping that this person is going to help you free yourself from these constraints that you are dealing with. And it is possible that you also just have had financial constraints where you maybe have not had enough money, and that has impacted your life and made it hard for you to bloom as well. And so when we ask what this person's energy or personality is like, we start with the Six of Swords. We have the Three of Pentacles, and then we have the Two of Cups. Oh, lovely. Okay, so hold on, I need to drink my water. Okay, more pentacle energy, But I think that this person is very grounded, stable, secure. They know how to grow money. Like they can grow money on trees, or like they, even if it's not money exactly, there is a secure feeling where people feel safe with them, and they provide an atmosphere of love and safety. And with the Two of Cups here. So again, for some of you, this could be a therapist or someone like that who is helping you heal, helping you to see yourself more clearly, to open up and to speak your truth and be in your feelings and to be accepted. And if that's the case, this person has a really incredibly positive influence on you, and it really does help you to free yourself and open up and leave behind what has troubled you. But also for some of you, this is a romantic relationship, or it could be a close friendship, but I do feel romantic relationship for some of you, and that it would kind of open you up to be a little bit more free, a little bit more playful, to leave behind the things that have constrained you and go to sort of a new beginning. This person's energy is, I think, a little bit more open than you might be used to. It's a little bit more loose, but at the same time, they are like kind of grounded and stable. And so it's not like they're off the rails. And so I think it's very comforting to you because there's a part of it that you recognize and you understand and that feels safe. And yet there's a different element to it than what you've dealt with in the past, where it is a little more playful and accepting and open, and where you feel safe to have your feelings. I think you feel safe to articulate your feelings, to say them, to have them be heard, and to speak. I wonder if some of you, with all this trouble like speaking, I wonder if some of you have been notably very quiet, or most people would say you're a really quiet person. And this person has an energy that allows you to speak, or they allow you to open up to that, or they even kind of understand you on an energetic level where you don't even need to always speak it. They kind of get it, and that brings a comfort to you. My back is starting to kind of be tense and hurt. My upper back, it suddenly started to do that in a way where it feels like you are carrying something. I feel and see like a backpack filled with rocks, like heavy rocks, not like pretty rocks like these, but like gravel, except big, like big chunks of gravel. And it feels like, oh yeah, I'm seeing you as a little kid. You're carrying this backpack with the gravel. Oh, it feels heavy. It hurts my back. I'm sorry. I want you to know that I'm not mad at your energy, but your energy is very physical, and it's coming through me in really physical ways that are uncomfortable. So I really am feeling your discomfort, your very, very strong discomfort. And I do think with this group, there is literally physical discomfort. Either, it's so uncomfortable. Sorry. Like, okay, I know what it is. Make it go away. Okay, there it goes. It's going. Sorry, I'm a little all over the place in this one. But what I am sensing here is that you carry a lot physically. So either you were not allowed to be emotional, or you don't even know how to tune into your emotions, or you've had to bury them and they have manifested in your physical body. So you have tension. You might have nerve issues or muscle issues. You might have back issues, or you might have digestive issues. I know I'm listing a lot of things, but I'm just saying what's coming. You could certainly have issues with your throat or your neck. I'm seeing some kind of like upsetting things that I don't really want to say out loud, but you could have been through some traumatic events. But you seem to carry things in your physical body, heavy things that you've carried since you were a child. Certainly, I am seeing someone put another backpack on as they became older and they got into adult relationships. So some of you have really been through the ringer with multiple people. It is incredibly tense and heavy energy that you never deserved to carry or to feel. And I think that I'm getting all of this information and all of these feelings because the person coming into your life is going to help take these backpacks off in whatever way it is, by either allowing you to express and feel your emotions and release them out of your body and out of your system, or rewire your understanding and your beliefs around money, abundance, or other people, and safety and security with other people, and what that really means. Because I feel like people in your past have warped that idea. It's really uncomfortable. I'm so sorry. I don't even like feeling it for a second, a minute. And like, you've been carrying this around for practically your whole life. And I think that you have found ways of dealing with it that are heavy, and you don't deserve to keep carrying this around. And I know that we're meant to be talking about this person, but so much of your energy is coming through, and I wish I could lift this backpack off your shoulders and have you feel the sweet relief that comes with not carrying it around anymore, and understanding that life can be so much lighter. I think you know that, and I think you maybe don't know how to change that, or like you just keep attracting people or circumstances that make your life really challenging and difficult. And I think that some of you think that you shouldn't complain, and like other people have it worse, and like this and that, but like, man, it's been hard for you, hasn't it? Yeah, it's been hard for you. And you felt very alone at times. But you know what? I think this is a lighthouse, and I think this person is that lighthouse, and you're headed toward them. And I do think for some of you here, it isn't necessarily that there is a ton of trauma. I think there are a few different groups within this group, which does happen. And I think that some of you have had financial woes and worries for a long time, and that this person is going to help clear some of that up. And like, the backpack that you're carrying is this heavy, heavy burden of wanting to be safe and secure and have what you need, and it not be so hard, and to be able to not only support yourself, but for some of you, support other people in a way that feels really comforting and safe. And it's so interesting because when I look at these cards, they're so beautiful and positive, and yet the feelings that I'm feeling are not. So I know that you're dealing with something really heavy. So I don't want to keep necessarily dwelling on that. I mean, you get the point. You're the one dealing with it, right? But I want to look at what the spiritual or emotional reason, or any reason that this connection could be coming in. I'm still having a lot of trouble verbalizing and having clarity in this reading. So I think you're definitely struggling with clarity. So the person that's coming into group 3's life, what are the reasons for this? King of Wands. Knight of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Lots of Wands energy suddenly after all that Pentacles energy. So with this Wheel of Fortune card, you are due for a new cycle, a new season in your life, one that is not bound in the same way that you have been bound, because fire, as you see in the Wands suit, cannot be tied up and constricted. Okay. Sure. You can have a fire in a fire pit so that it doesn't like burn your entire yard down, but fire can't be tied up. You can't wrap up fire with like rope. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So you are due for a new season, a new cycle, a new way of life, a new way of being and seeing and feeling the world. And you are meant to be released from your ropes, your constraints, the things that have been tying you down, the beliefs, the people, the experiences that have bound you up and made it hard to exist as you are, or to be accepted as you are. And guess what the Wands suit is all about? Being yourself. Like the King of Wands specifically is himself, okay? Regardless of gender. The King of Wands is unique, authentic, unafraid, and just like completely 100% himself. The Knight of Wands, also unafraid to be himself. This is also sometimes like traveling energy. So this is also saying to me, because you had the Six of Swords too. So I think there is certainly movement for you from the experience you had into a new experience. So with the traveling energy and the traveling energy here and this movement energy, the reason that this connection is coming into your life is to help you travel from one way of being to another. It could be that you're moving from one literal location to another. That is certainly possible too. If you have felt trapped with someone in a place, for example, this person would help unleash you and help you to move forward in a way. There is healing energy here. And it is like, you know, it's healing in a different way than I would maybe typically see because of this fire. So it feels like this fire burns up the things that have held you down. You're going to throw that backpack in the fire and let it burn up. Like you are going to throw these old beliefs into the fire and let them burn up because this person is going to help you do it. And it's going to be cathartic. That's the word. Cathartic. So it is time to throw this shit in the fire. Okay. Let it burn up, go away, leave your life so that you can live your life and not under the control or the rule of like people or money controlling you or anything. You don't deserve to be controlled. Nobody does. Okay. But also if money has been controlling you, guess what? This person is going to help you get out of that. If a person or people have controlled you or your beliefs have controlled you, guess what? This person is going to help burn those bad boys up. Okay. You are not going to continue to live your life in the way you were. And as I say that, oh my gosh, my body feels so much better, so much looser. And I am hot, but I already was. So I don't think that's the fire energy. But yes, you are meant for a new chapter. Certainly. Look at this. The Wheel of Fortune. You've been in, you know, so we have these seasons in our life. We have these cycles that we go through. We have our ups and our downs. We have the different experiences that we have. And what it has felt like is, look, yeah, a snail. You've been stuck in the snail for far too long. This slow moving energy where you are not able to control your life circumstances or move forward in any meaningful way. And look, right next to it, a rabbit who moves really, really fast. It's like this person is like, guess what, honey? We are moving into the rabbit and life is about to change. And the Wheel of Fortune often can be about luck, good luck being on your side. And yes, sometimes the Wheel of Fortune can be about like, sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, that kind of thing. But I feel in your case, and I feel often with the Wheel of Fortune, that good luck is coming your way. And so this person's purpose in your life is to assist in that luck, to make you feel lucky, to help you to move forward to things that feel better, to burn up the things that have held you down so that you no longer feel constrained, constricted, restricted, controlled, any of that, because that is not what you are meant for. That is not your life. That is not going to be the way that you live. And there is this quick moving energy. So things are going to happen quickly and it is about time. So let's find out a little bit more about how this person will affect or change your life. What positive energies are they bringing in? 10 of Wands. The 5 of Swords and the Lovers. So with this 10 of Wands, which is like the card of heavy burdens, which I have to say you have certainly had. I've been feeling your energy for the last, 20 minutes or whatever it's been. And my goodness, group 3, you have been carrying some heavy stuff around. Okay. Those heavy ass backpacks, that's you. Okay. So this is talking about that. And so the way that this person is going to affect or change your life or bring positive energy into your life, look, it ends with the Lovers, which is generally a pretty positive card. And, the Lovers can be about many different things. it's not always about relationships, but I do think in this case, this person is an important relationship for you. And likely for a lot of you, it is going to be a romantic partnership or someone that you feel very close to. And this is probably also someone that you are going to know and be close to for a long time, if not your entire life. So that is really comforting energy, because not only are they going to help you through the burdens that you've been carrying for so damn long, but they are going to help you to feel safe and secure and loved and protected and able to be yourself. And like, that's now going to be your life once that happens. And so how cool is that you're going from like this super heavy, challenging energy where you have been unable to fully be yourself. You're having to tamper it down because of these burdens you're carrying. And then you go from that to like feeling supported and loved and cared for and like able to be free. And when you're bound up, it's because you choose to be bound up. It's not being bound with these thick ropes tying you into this, like, what I'm seeing is like, okay, I think it's like Chinese culture. There's like a history of like feet binding where they would like bind up women's feet really small and sort of like curl the toes under and stuff to keep their feet really tiny. And it would make it really painful and hard for them to walk. And I think that practice may have been stopped, but there's that binding that I'm seeing where someone has sort of like bound you up, tied you up metaphorically in a way that forms you to the way that they want you to be, or like money troubles or something have made it feel like it's tied you up into a distorted, disfigured version of yourself that is not free, right? But what I see with this lovers is like, look at these two cats, like they're quote unquote bound up with each other, but it's not the same thing. It's like a comfort of being close and like, the cuddling energy of like the joy of like human touch and comfort of another person. But it's like, you're kind of like, this energy like totally flips, it's like the negative type of being bound to the positive type of like choosing how you express yourself, how your body moves and expresses itself, how your body feels, choosing how you are bound. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, and a choice. Speaking of choice, the lovers is very often about choice and choosing. And so this person is bringing in a new way of being, a new choice, and a choice that feels really free and really happy and really light. And wow, it's like, ooh, your energy feels way better, way better, way lighter, way more comfortable for me and for you. And with the 5 of Swords, this also tells me that like you're leaving behind this fight, this way of being in life, possibly people or energies that you were fighting with or that were controlling you or that didn't feel free. And then we have this bird right here. I don't know if you can see that. I can never tell if like it's on camera, but the bird is free. The bird can fly and the bird is with you now and you are taking your power back. Look, you're wearing little glasses so you can see clearly now. The clouds are going away so you can see the sky again. It's like you can see the past, people or energies or the way money affected you, something about that. You can see it clearly for what it is because this person has come into your life and I wanted to say offered you freedom, but the freedom is in your hands, but this person helps you to see it. It's like they gave you the glasses, they helped you to free yourself or to understand things in a different way. And what a sweet relief that is, I have to say, because your energy has been very heavy and it is quite a bit lighter at this moment. And it feels really comforting. So, I think that we have the gist of it and I don't want to just talk to talk. So let's look at how you might recognize this person or what signs you can look for to know that they're coming in and that this is going to change for you. Ace of Cups. What a lovely, lovely card. That was too many. the Three of Cups. I'm going to get one more. And the Ace of Swords. Okay, what lovely, lovely cards and lovely energy, which you greatly deserve. And look at all these rainbows. Like that just says to me like magic and hope and wonderful things are coming your way. So how might you recognize this person? You know, I think that you're going to feel really, really hopeful when their energy is in your life. And well, we are going to get to signs, so I'm going to save that. But there's almost a freeing feeling where you may generally feel very like restricted with other people. I don't know that you always feel that way, but like with this person, you feel a little bit looser. The energy between you feels a little bit looser and lighter. And for some of you, it is going to be a romantic partner, and it's going to be pretty obvious that this is the direction it's going to be going in. You could meet them at a party or a gathering or on a day where you're like surprisingly happy, you know, something like that. You could meet them through a sibling, a family member, or a friend, or like at a coffee shop, or like getting tea. You could be out with a friend or friends. That doesn't have to be the case. I think this person is like, I'm hearing handsome or good looking, or there's something attractive about them. This frog here is making me think like for some of you, you've kissed a lot of frogs, but this person won't be a frog. Like you'll tell right away. You'll be like, oh, they're already like a prince, or they're already a princess, or, you know, whatever. With all these bow ties and bows, this person could be wearing a bow tie. That could be how you recognize them. Or they even have like a, this is so silly, but I'm seeing like a t-shirt with like a fake like tux print on it. Or they could have a bow in their hair, or like they wear a lot of barrettes, or they even have like a pet that's got like a little bow tie, like they have like a dog with a bow tie or something. This could be someone who likes to fish, or has an interest in bird watching, or knows a lot about tea or coffee, or has like a niche food interest of some kind. Some of these things are so specific, but maybe it's just accurate for somebody out there. But someone could have a sword collection, or they're really into like medieval things, or they like to go to what's that medieval place you go to like watch like fake knights fight, medieval times. Or they could be like really into like going to the Renaissance fair, or you meet them at a Renaissance fair or something like that. Or they could be into like costumes, or even for some of you like cosplay or something. Or they they have like kind of like a nerdy chic look. I'm seeing someone with a beard. But yeah, I mean, it could be any of these things. And as far as like signs that this is happening and coming for you, certainly birds. So if you are seeing like, you know, for example, sometimes magpies are a sign for me. I'll suddenly start to hear or see a whole bunch of magpies. So it could be something like that for you. Like suddenly you're seeing a whole bunch of crows or ravens or bluebirds. I don't know, cardinals, but it could be, or you're just like noticing birds. Like maybe like you go outside and there's like always a bird on your car or something. So birds could be a sign. Fish could definitely be a sign, or just like this, you know, I'm hearing like Pisces. So could something about Pisces, like this person could be a Pisces, or you start like, you know, you're watching a tarot reading right now. Maybe you sometimes watch zodiac readings and suddenly you're not even a Pisces, but you suddenly start getting recommended Pisces videos, something like that. Swords or blades, or like I'm seeing letter openers could be a sign for you, or jewels, or like you start seeing like emerald things everywhere, or sapphire, lotuses, lilies, lily pads, frogs, toads, tea, teacups. Like maybe like 3 people give you a mug in like a 3-week span of time. That could be a sign. This does not look like an oak tree, but I'm hearing oak tree. That might be it. So, okay, group 3, I really hope this was somehow helpful for you and that things look up for you. If you did enjoy this reading, if it was at all helpful for you, this channel is still very new and could really use all the help it can get. So I would really appreciate a like. If you are comfortable with and open to leaving a comment, that is really, really helpful for me and shows engagement. And even if all you say is hello, or you just say, I'm group 3, I would love to say hi to you, and it would just help me more than you know. But it doesn't matter if you don't feel comfortable. That's totally fine. I'm happy to spend this time with you. I hope to see you again soon. Bye. Hi, group 4. You chose the Money Coin Agate and the Tarot of the Witch's Garden. Welcome to your reading. We're looking at who is coming into your life. So we will look at what role this person will play in your life. So kind of like, who are they? Are they a friend? Are they a mentor? Are they, I don't know. We're going to try to find out. So who are they? What's their energy and their personality like? What are the reasons or the reason this connection is coming into your life? How will this person affect or change your life? What positive energies are they bringing in? And how might you recognize them? So what signs maybe can you look for as a sign that this person is coming in or that this is the person? So let's find out, shall we? So group 4, what role will the person coming into your life play? Who will this person be? The Moon, the World, oh, okay, and the King of Wands. Well, like at least a few of the other groups, lots of major arcana coming right in. So it does seem like for everyone, someone that is coming in is going to make a major impact. With the Moon, I do think that there are some unknowns. I think there are going to be some things that, I mean, of course, a reading isn't going to tell us every detail of everything ever. I mean, there's always going to be some mystery in life. But I think the way this Moon came out is that there are some things that we're not going to find out today, and that there are some things you are not meant to yet know about this person coming in, and even who they are to you, which is really interesting. But also with the Moon, the way that this card looks, it also makes me think that this person coming in may have been something that you have prayed for, you have hoped for, that you have asked for and wished for, because the way she's standing here with her arms up and she's like talking to the moon, it's like, I think some of you have really wanted partnership and love, but also maybe someone or something to come in and help you with something in your life. And, some of these readings have been about someone helping you reach success, and the world could be seen as success. So it may, and so can the King of Wands, is like success in work and like doing something independent or being a leader in a unique field. And this world, the world can always be about success and successful completion. So it is possible that you've been praying for or hoping for someone to help you in work or in romance. And that seems to be sort of a theme. I mean, all of these readings have been very different, but I also, with this cauldron here and the way that this little fawn boy, I don't remember he's not a centaur, is he? Anyway, it doesn't matter. The way that he's kind of like singing hypnotically, or he's playing his pipe, which feels hypnotic, and the magic of this card and the cauldron, again, is making me think about you calling to the universe or whoever exists out there to bring you a partner or someone who will help you. But I do think it's a partner. I do think it's a romantic partner or a life partner for a lot of people. But I do think for some of you, you've been looking for a partner in work as well. Perhaps even someone who fulfills both roles. Also, the way that she is like dancing in the circle, for some reason, I'm thinking that for some of you, it's almost like, this little creature here, this little boy here is like playing this pipe, and like, the magic is like, forcing her to do this dance. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it almost feels like you're having to put on a show, you're having to be a certain way, you're having to look a certain way and do certain things, and you feel like you can't stop, and that you don't want to do something anymore, and that you want to like stop dancing, quote unquote. I keep getting this feeling of not wanting to do something anymore. I'm hearing you say like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to stop. I'm tired. This isn't what I want to be doing anymore. So I'm trying to understand how that fits in with this person coming into your life and who they are. If they are the King of Wands, they could be offering you a new opportunity. So perhaps you have not loved your job or your career or the way that you make money, and you have like hoped and wished for and prayed for a new opportunity, but everything looks the same. I mean, it's mirror images basically on either side, but this person comes in and like changes the energy. So that is possible for some of you. For some of you, that this is a romantic interest for, because that's certainly coming through for some of you. This is someone who certainly could be a fire sign or have fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But also, this person could be a leader. They could be in charge at work or in another area of their life. The King of Wands is quite often very unique and unafraid to be who he is. Does not have to be a he, but I'm saying he because it's the King of Wands. Oh, you feel so tired. It's weird because in the last group I had trouble speaking a little bit because it felt like their throat was having issues, or they were not allowed to speak or something. And with you, it just feels like you're too tired to talk. You're too tired to let me know even like really what's fully going on. And I know we're asking what role this person will play, but so much of the information is about you. And it seems like you're tired of going around in circles. You're tired of the same thing. You're tired of routine, of fitting in, doing what's expected of you, either at work or in relationship or in the world even. Like, you know, it's almost like, you know, if you are someone who wears makeup, for example, I see you putting on your makeup, fixing your hair, putting your clothes on, like being presentable to the world. You're doing what you know works, and yet you just don't want to anymore. You're so tired. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing like dark circles under your eyes, like feeling kind of bored with life as it is. And I'm having trouble even shaking that energy from you. So that's also making me think that you're having trouble shaking that energy, and that like, I'm even seeing that some of you are having a lot of trouble waking up in the morning. Oh, okay. So I just had some tape fall, and when I was picking it up to put it back, it's invisible tape. And it just made me think that some of you are feeling invisible, like you are being seen in a way that is not truly who you are or how you want to present yourself anymore. Honestly, group 4, I really hope this relates. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing and feeling. But I think that for some of you, you're the person entering your life. I didn't see this one coming, okay? But like, I think you are becoming new. And whether or not there was another physical person involved here, you are changing. And you are releasing the way that you have been the past, the way that you have had to present yourself. And you are going to release that old way. You are no longer going to dance to the tune of this pipe and do what people expect of you and want you to do, and like that you have to fit in certain ways. You, group 4, are becoming the King of Wands, which I have to say seems pretty positive. But also with the moon, it can be about deception and illusion, and it can feel, it's what it is feeling like to me right now is like it's essentially a mask you've been wearing. You've been wearing this world mask, and it's very pretty. It's beautiful. People love it. Like, it has worked for you so far. And just because, like, say you do wear makeup, you don't have to stop wearing makeup. You know what I mean? But like, that's just an example to illustrate the energy. But you are going to release a way of being, a way of presenting yourself, and become who you always have been or who you are now. Because you may have like, with like family dynamics, sometimes it's like, oh, you're not around your family, and then you are, and you all kind of like revert back to like the dynamics that you've always had together, and like you sort of like become your kid self again or something. There's something here about how you've had to continue to fulfill a role that no longer suits you or feels right. And so I want to find out more about that. So what we are going to do is look at, if a person is coming in, if the King of Wands is not you and it's a person coming in to help you with this, what their energy or personality is like, and if this is just about you and the change that you're undergoing, what your energy and personality is going to look like, how you're going to express yourself. So let's find out. Nine of Wands. Eight of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, not surprised to get a lot of Wands energy here, illustrating the Wands card that we have right there. And funny how the Wheel of Fortune has come out in several readings, which to me often indicates an element of fate and also often good luck, but also change, seasons changing, a new season in your life dawning, a new day dawning. Yeah, and I'm keeping drawn to the X, which is 10. And 10 in numerology reduces to 1. And 1 can be about a new cycle, a new beginning, a fresh start, becoming new. It can also be about being an individual. And, it's also the number of the Magician card, which is about manifesting and using the tools that you have to have the outcome that you want and being the person you want to be and being an individual, which the King of Wands is also about. And Eight of Wands is fire energy, and fire energy is often very much not scared to be themselves and to be an individual. And the energy is really good and positive and feels happy and freeing, and getting to be yourself and getting to do what you want and deciding on your own boundaries and the way that you want to be in the world and how you want your life to look. And there are some similarities in these two cards for me between the World and the Wheel of Fortune. And yet this World card is sort of like you being stuck. It feels like having to sort of do what you're told, having to kind of go by outdated rules or energies, or feeling like you can't escape this like magical hold that whoever or whatever around you has on you. And then it's like, instead, you get to relax and sit down and decide what you want to do. It's like, it's so much more peaceful and relaxed, and it feels less like it controls you, or manipulate is the word that's coming to mind, but it doesn't necessarily feel like this is manipulated, but it does feel like you're sort of manipulated by the situation around you. And this is having choice and getting to slow down and decide what you want to do. If you want to sit down or if you want to dance, if you want to walk around or if you want to like take a nap. It's the power of choice. So if someone's coming into your life, they're helping you to choose. And they also are someone who chooses themselves and allows themselves to rest and have balance and to go with the flow of life and the things that are happening in life, and to take inspired action when it is inspired, and to rest when it's not. And if this is you, it's the same thing. It's about balance and listening to your instincts and what's important to you. And it's like, I am not saying you're a woman, you might be, but you go from like being all pretty and wearing a dress and like having your hair done and matching the environment. And that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that, except that it feels limiting in some way. Whereas right here, she is like she's still wearing a cute outfit, but she's wearing clothes that are like, she can do anything in. She's doing what she wants. She's prepared. She's, here it's like she's kind of being told what to do. Here she's doing the telling. She's deciding what to do. She's her own boss. That might be a message for somebody. You might be wanting to start your own business and wondering if it would be successful, and wanting to break free from, being controlled by like a corporation or a boss or a job. And, she's got like her hair's just in a braid. She's got like a cut on her face, but she looks great. I mean, it's no worries. She's doing what she wants to do. And like the Moon and the Eight of Wands, these two cards are sort of reminding me of one another too. I mean, with her hands up like this and sort of like praying, it's like this feels like I really, really want things to change, but I don't know how. And they keep looking the same. And I can't see clearly. And then here we have someone who can see clearly, who knows what they want and is able to take action from an inspired place and know what's happening with the prayers that they put out there, and where like success and manifestation and things come true. And there's a fearlessness that's here, an understanding that life will have its ebbs and its flows, and that you're sort of like in tandem with those. So again, whether this is another person or it's you, this person flows with life, takes action from an inspired place, is not afraid to rest, is not afraid to work, and is not afraid for there to be ebbs and flows, because they are not controlled by life. And while this can be a card of fate, it's like they took their fate in their own hands. They're not letting fate control them anymore. This person, whether it is you or someone else, has a natural confidence, a comfort within themselves, no longer needs to hide or do anything to please anybody else, but, they please themselves in a way that is harmonious with the environment, harmonious with the other people around them, and doesn't harm anyone. It's like, it's so similar to this card, which is so interesting because the Wheel of Fortune comes before the World, and yet the World has this younger figure, same person, but older looks like. We have this little boy here. We have this fairy here. It's interesting how it's like something stays the same, but morphs completely into a much more positive and centered and happy and harmonious place, and where you're getting to live a life that is more meaningful or makes more sense to you now as who you are now and today. So let's see, what's the spiritual or emotional or other reason for this connection or this change? The Hierophant, the Four of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. Well, it's to possibly bring you more financial abundance, more security, more feelings of safety and stability and joy and connection that feels true to you and very comforting, and kind of just feeling abundant in multiple areas of life, and to change your life, but also to change the way in which you feel secure or abundant. I think that possibly the Four of Pentacles has been like the way that you have felt this way. You've possibly been very good at saving or of having stability in your life, but it started to become restrictive in a way, but also like he's turned to stone. It's like, it's safe and you have what you need, but you're not able to live free. It's like you're in stone, but then there's this bird and these, I don't know what those are, possums. I don't know right now. Okay. It doesn't matter. But it's like vines and leaves are growing over you while you stay the same. And some of the reason that this change is coming, and 5, the number of the Hierophant, is a number of change. The change is coming because you've gotten too locked into a certain way of being, which we've kind of already covered. And it's not really serving you in the ways that it is serving you. But basically, you could be better served by having a more like free, abundant, colorful life where there's more movement and more choice, it feels like, okay, you're hungry and there's like bread, and you're like, okay, I'm going to eat my bread. My bread keeps me full. I'm never hungry when I have my bread around, and my bread's always around. But like, you could have like a bowl of soup that you dip your bread into. You could make a sandwich out of your bread. You could have a meal that doesn't have any bread in it if you wanted to, but it's like you forgot that was possible, or it's possible, but it feels easier to just keep eating your bread because it's always there and you don't have to like worry about how to make this happen. So I think a lot of the reason that this change is coming for you, whether it is a connection or it is you changing, is to free yourself from the ways that you have been held down and where you're too solidified. It's like your water and you've been frozen into an ice cube. And so there's a lot less you're capable of doing. You can't flow because you're stuck being an ice cube in the freezer. Does that make sense? So you're meant to have a more colorful, abundant life. And like, look, okay, sure. The Four of Pentacles, safe, secure, steady. You've got everything you need. But the Ten of Pentacles, not only safe, secure, steady, you have everything you need, but you have more than you need. You have more than you had at the Four of Pentacles. And you also have more like different kinds of abundance. Not only is there money here, but there's food and drink and love and relationships and pets and plants. And sure, there's plants over here too. But like, you're in this Four of Pentacles, you're not relating to these other figures. And also they're just, not that they're just animals, but they're animals. There aren't any other people with you here. But Ten of Pentacles, look at this. So basically, it's time for a change, for you to live more like yourself, to possibly have your own business, or to release the ways you've been because you think that they're more acceptable to society or the people around you, and be yourself and allow the abundance that comes with being yourself to be a big, huge part of your life, to be all of your life. And, with the Hierophant can often be a learning card, a card about taking classes or learning. And I think that you're meant to learn that there is another way of life, a more colorful, happy way of life, and another way to be abundant. And even if you already know that, maybe you are learning how to do that. And so this person coming in is helping you to learn those things. And if it is just you, you are just well on your way to learning those things. And I don't get a lot of blocked energy. I think that you are really well on your way to this energy with or without someone else. But for some of you, someone will come in and help you. And for some of you, it's not that no one's going to come in. People are going to come in. But if this is about you and your energy, and it's about taking inspired action and changing your life and doing what's right for you, it's saying that it's going to draw people in, the right people in, and people that will feel like community and feel really safe. And there's love here, romantic love, familial love, loving your pets or plants, or just the energy that you get to live in. And with the red here, there is safety and there is security and there's groundedness and comfort and feeling like everything is okay. And so this is happening to help you to learn these things and to live a happier, better life. Not that your life isn't happy, but there is, of course, energy here where it has become either stagnant or you feel like you're having to dance this dance you don't want to dance anymore. And so I want to know, how will this person or this change affect or change your life? We already have some of that information, but let's get more. What positive energies are coming in? Three of Cups, Ace of Wands, Temperance. Okay, more fire energy. Well, again, people coming into your life and having happiness with people. So whether this is a person that's helping you change the stuff or you're doing it on your own, either way, it is going to bring happy connections into your life, or it may even just enhance some of the connections you already have. Or maybe you have like an acquaintance who you never thought about being real friends with, and then you become amazing friends. There are different kinds of love entering your life and being enhanced in your life, and joy and fun. And so some of the really positive energy is enjoying life with other people, having fun, celebrating life, feeling like yourself, getting to make your own choices, being in charge of the direction your life goes in to a certain degree. And with temperance, it's also about healing. There is healing happening in your life. And if you are starting your own business, this can also be in the temperance card. She blends energies together to create something new. And so this could be talking about that, where you are putting together different skills and talents or different people or different ideas into something that is going to form something that is greater than its parts. And temperance is also often about healing. And you maybe are just healing these old patterns where you felt like you had to be a certain way. And, you know, with the Three of Cups, it's making me think again, like with that example of like feeling like you have to look a certain way. And then it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to look that way anymore. You might find that then you actually do like looking that way. Once you are living life according to your own values and in a way that feels really authentic, you may find that like some of the things you were rejecting are actually things that you like when it doesn't feel like you have to do them. Does that make sense? So that doesn't have to be about the way that you present yourself looks wise, but just something here where it feels like it's tied to having to look or be or act or whatever a certain way. But then when you find out it's actually not tied to that and you are free, you might like those things, you know? So this change or this person that comes in will affect and change your life by helping you to live an independent life where you make your own choices, where you get to do what you want, where you start your own business, or you do the type of job you want to do, or you make your own decisions about how you look or you present yourself, or whatever it is, you get to do what you want. And so it's the positive energies are these energies of independence and freedom and doing what you want and joy and fun and connection with other people and celebration and getting to be like playful and loose and easy, and also healing the things that have kept you in this place you haven't wanted to be in anymore. So let's see how you might recognize this person, or what signs you can look for to know that they're coming in, or what signs are telling you you're on the right path with what you're doing. 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, and the 5 of Swords. Okay. I am still getting a lot of energy of this just being about you, and your changes will bring people in. Of course, there could be someone coming in, but I do think for most of you, it's you. It's you that's changing, and then it brings people in. And so we don't need to know what you would recognize, how you would recognize it in yourself. I think you already want these changes. You already recognize who you are, but you will notice that it is unbearable to do that dance that you don't want to do anymore, to spin in circles you don't want to spin in anymore, and that you'll stop just praying for change and you'll start taking inspired action from a place of knowing that it's time for change, doing what needs to be done, even if it could take a while, and trusting your intuition and trusting that things are going to work out for you. Some of you may have childhood trauma where someone was controlling. So this looks like a parent or a caretaker or someone at school, or it could be a boss as an adult that has been very controlling or abusive or telling you what to do and has possibly manipulated you or instilled fear in you. And that might be part of the reason that you feel like you have to look or be a certain way, but that's going to start changing. So you're going to start dissolving the influence that this person or this energy has over you. You're going to trust yourself more and more and more, and what is important to you and right for you. And, and look at her unusual outfit. Like, it's like, I don't have to look like this or do this anymore. I can do what I want, and I can trust what I want, and I can break free from the ways that I was told I had to be. And so really positive energies here are learning to trust yourself and your intuition and your needs more and more and more. Breaking free from the past or the energies or the people that have controlled you or told you what to do or threatened you or made you believe you had to be a certain way in order to receive love or care or money or whatever else. You are becoming unafraid to authentically be yourself, present yourself how you want to be, live the life you want to be. And there is more energy here for some people about starting their own business or even making a hobby into a business. And the Seven of Pentacles is the card that tells you to keep going. So if you have started this process or you want to start this process, it could take a little while. And this is an indication that you are not meant to give up. This person is not giving up. Keep going until you get to where you want to be and what you want in your life. And as far as signs that you can look for to know that things are starting to work out, tarot or oracle card readings. So this reading right now, or if you are getting the same messages in multiple readings, that can be a huge sign. If you keep hearing the same thing or the same themes over and over, that's because you are meant to hear it. So that would be a big sign for you. There is energy of like autumn and fall with the pumpkins and Halloween. And so there could be signs around that. Things could be happening in the fall, in the autumn, or around Halloween. Or if Halloween is important to you, this is a sign right now. Spiral staircases or interesting staircases could be a sign. Like if you keep coming across really interesting stairs, that could be a sign. I have noticed snakes in a bunch of these cards, and there's another snake right here around these swords. So snakes could be, or serpents could be a sign for you. Lizards could be a sign. Lotuses could be a sign. Interesting that we have had 3 groups with lotuses and lily pads as signs. The moon could certainly be a sign. Moons showing up for you, or certain moon phases, because moons have played a role in this reading. Vining plants. Somehow, if you start seeing a lot of vines, that could be indicating your growth in this area. If you don't already read your own cards, you might consider reading your own cards or getting a deck. And group 4, I think that's all I see. So if this reading was in any way helpful or you enjoyed it, this channel is still very small and needs all the help it can get. So a like or a thumbs up is very, very helpful. Comments are even more helpful, though I know not everyone feels comfortable leaving a comment, and that's totally fine if you don't. And if you didn't enjoy this reading, that's okay. You don't have to do anything. That would be preferred. But I'm happy to be here with you. So I hope I see you again soon. And I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Bye.